Hi love, hello and welcome to Co-Creative Healing Journey. My name is Greta, I am a healer and this is a video for the full moon at 1 degree of Capricorn. And so this video specifically really goes back to the new moon video in Gemini that was on the 6-6 gate, where I was talking about how it felt like, especially this year, and these two moons were more connected than per usual, even though we were going from Gemini into Capricorn, where usually we go from Gemini into Sagittarius. But looking at the numbers, the new moon was on the 6-6 gate. Then we had these 2 weeks. There was the summer solstice that Spirit is calling the age of wisdom, the beginning of the age of wisdom, and the video for that is already up here on the channel. And then after that, so that was yesterday, or that was on the 20th of June. On the 22nd, we have this full moon at 1 degree of Capricorn, which is the miracle degree. And so I sit down to make this video and I look and I see we have a moon in Capricorn accomplishment with number 22, which is a master number of master manifestation, the number of the master builder, someone who is able to create manifestations in this world that work according to spiritual principles and energies first and foremost. And so everything does technically, but not everything is manifested in such a way that it is able to transcend the laws of this world. So a lot of things that exist are subject to the laws of the world, and that's fine, right? It's just a lower level of manifestation. But this is talking about you being able to harness a lot of spiritual energy, a lot of work that you've done to come into accomplishment. You've been climbing, going higher, 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 higher. And now there's a sense of achievement. There's a culmination of past work, which is also the energy of the full moon, which is also the energy of the 10th house that we are in here. The notion of culmination, the notion of reaching heights, of really putting in the work and then arriving at something that is at the highest summit, the highest point. And so there's a crowning moment here, and there's the energy for it to be a miraculous manifestation with the number 1 in astrology, which is the 1 degree, along with 0 and 29 are miracle degrees. So we're in miracle energy in the 10th house with the master number 22 showing up off of a new moon on a 6-6 gate, which was off of with the summer solstice energy, and all of it just bringing this beautiful cocktail of change and transformation. And the new moon reading itself was really awesome, so I highly recommend that. Let's see, how many cards do we get? We got a lot of cards. Okay, that was not my intent, but here we go. We've got dance. Do something to shift your vibration. That was not my intent at all. We have got Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. And I feel like doing like this. That these two go together and then these two go together. The ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. And we've got awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. I do feel like there is some kind of dichotomy going on. So I want to just get 2 tarot cards going. This one, yeah. And then that one. Okay, let's start with this. We have 1 tarot card here. 10 of Cups, yeah. And we've got the world upside down. It's interesting. I would have put the 10 of Cups on this side with the way that I was reading it. But it's showing up here on this side. So there are 2 main dynamics unfolding. And there's surprise also in the way that things are unfolding. It's like almost like you wouldn't expect it to happen in this way. But let's look at the 2 main dynamics. In this full moon in Capricorn, in the way especially that things are manifesting, there are 2 dynamics. Dance, do something to shift your vibration. This is you. This is you manifesting a higher vibration of yourself. We even have the full moon in the background where there's, again, that culmination and you dancing in the light of the moon. And we have here like an old version of self that's a little dimmer and then something clear. So there's an old version of you that is shedding away, that is falling away. And then the new version of you becoming clearer. So it's like, again, there's 2 dynamics within the 1 dynamic. And then again, 2 dynamics and so on. So there's the notion also of yin and yang. Where there's always balance, but there's always duality in all things. And as above, so below, as within, so without. There's lots of different dynamics that are unfolding. There's even the threshold here that I was talking about in the new moon reading and in the notion of the summer solstice. And beyond the threshold, beyond the summer solstice, where you are right now as you're watching this, there's this energy of you shedding an old version of you and becoming a lot clearer about the new version of you and who that is. Now, this new version of you has a higher vibration. There's a card here of energetic upgrades, which makes sense. And we have the ever unfolding rose, and this is talking about manifestations that are happening in accordance. Now, I've recorded a ton of stuff, but this has been a recurring theme. So if you're working this process in general, you will find it. You will have found it in the energy work. You will have found it in different messages. And it's definitely showing up in the collective energy for those of us who are on this path doing this work of soul growth and soul evolution as a soul group at this time. There's the massive manifestation. With Cracked Open, I feel like there are situations and circumstances that have been stuck, that have been stubbornly not moving, stubbornly not yielding, and then cracked open. There's a breakthrough, there's opening, and there's flow of things that are happening for you, beneficial shifts, changes, there's evolution. There's like, you know, when a wheel has been stuck and you're trying to move it, and all of a sudden the wheel unfolds and it starts turning in a very highly beneficial way. And it's so clearly those things that are going to be manifesting around this time in these days as you're watching it and onwards. And Spirit is really saying in a very intensive kind of way until the next month. For the next month is going to be highly intensive. So also, if you really want to mind this energy, the next month is going to be highly conducive to accomplishments and master manifestations. It's a miracle energy, right? So mine it by all means, mine it. And I'm seeing 1 month, but it might be longer. I haven't checked the degree for the next full moon, but it might be longer than that 1 month. But 1 month especially is coming through. So that being said, we're going to move on to these two together. Where you have your guidance is divinely guided in this 10 of Cups. And I love this 10 of Cups. I think it's fantastic because it's the after tarot, and it shows how in the regular Rider-Waite Smith, it's daytime. The 10 of Cups is daytime, happily ever after. That ultimate fulfillment is happening during the day. And this is talking about the same scene in the evening. And it's still happily ever after, right? So during the day, they're playing in the grass. They're playing by the river. And in the evening, you light a fire and you do something else. You live it in a different way. And so I feel like Spirit is saying at this time to be really aware that those master manifestations, those accomplishments that you want to realize and that you are realizing at this time, they lie in a slightly different direction, or things are coming together in a way that's slightly different than what you thought, but it is a blessing. And again, with this notion of cracked open, it could be things that are a blessing in disguise at first. Something happens and then you don't understand why, and it's moving. But you know, in this deck, the ever unfolding rose is a card of confirmation. So there's confirmation of your knowing. Your guidance is divinely guided. So I feel like you're gonna know that it's still the 10 of Cups, but it's just not gonna look exactly the same. And if you have watched the new moon reading, you know that part of the preparation for this full moon was precisely to develop a kind of mental flexibility to shift our thinking and our beliefs and our perspectives so that we wouldn't be so attached to how things are going to show up and manifest. And so doing this reading on the other side of that, I see the notion coming back. I see the outcome of that work that you've been doing for weeks and then even longer than that to make sure that you are able to receive what comes, these beautiful manifestations. It's even part of this master builder, master manifestation energy to have the ability to really receive what is and what is coming without attachment to form, so that the right thing can manifest, the right thing can happen. But it does require, and you're going to have that. Your guidance is divinely guided. You're going to really be guided in ways that if you follow that guidance, no matter what, you're going to come into happiness, and greater happiness than you ever could have realized. And with the notion of it being after, it's an happiness that will endure. It'll be wonderful in the daytime, it'll be wonderful in the dark, right? Yin and yang, in the light and the dark, when the energies are up and they're down, whatever, you're still going to be highly happy and satisfied and fulfilled in that, because you followed the guidance, because you're creating and manifesting something that is aligned, and again, something that transcends the laws of this world. So you guys, if this is a relationship, it's someone you're never going to get tired of, basically. In the ups and downs, you and this person are still going to find a tremendous amount of fulfillment together. If it's a job that you're landing, even when there's deadlines and it's difficult, it's stressful, and maybe coworkers and all that stuff and all that jazz, you're still going to love this job. If it is and something new, you're moving to a new city, it's hard to be in a new city, but homesickness, new, getting pushed out of your comfort zone, all of that stuff, you're still gonna love it. And that's really beautiful energy. And Spirit is saying, look, you're just functioning in a way, you're heading to a place where it can't be any different, because you're so much more elevated now. You shifted your vibration. So whatever manifests isn't going to be the same old, and it's not necessarily going to be something that you can recognize, because you're just dwelling at a different space, at a different level now, and it's the way that it's supposed to be. With the world upside down, along with energetic upgrades, a new way of being and integration, you're getting the message that there's a larger process at play, and you're culminating a lot of different kinds of energies at this time. With this moon in Capricorn here, full moon, I do feel like this is Spirit talking about the next cycle. So we have here Capricorn. After Capricorn, we have Aquarius, then we have Pisces, and Pisces actually culminates the cycle, and then here we have Aries. So that would be the full moon in Aries, which I believe is the New Year's in Hinduism. So the message anyway being that, or is it a new moon? It's a new moon. Sorry, it's a new moon in Aries. There you go. But there's the message that's coming through about a cycle. Sorry, no, it's the full moon in Aries. Okay, so I'm going back and forth. But the point is that there's a continuation here. There's a continuation of the cycle before you come into a space of full wholeness, where you have the whole picture. And so again, that's why I'm going like, why was I going back and forth? Because not all the answers are going to be known. Not everything is going to be shown. But every single step is going to bring its own piece. So we have this Capricorn energy. Aquarius is going to bring a lot of change and transformation. Pisces is going to bring a lot of this, Ten of Cups, which is Pisces energy actually. It's Jupiter and Pisces energy. So a lot of culmination also is going to be happening at that moment. Look out for that full moon in Pisces. And then there's going to be the renewal here. So you should be culminating this cycle around, that would be the equinox actually, which would be a time when a lot is released and shed, and a lot of doors get closed, and also a lot of soul contracts get activated around that time, around that equinox. So that will be that. And in the meantime, at every single step, there's going to be energetic upgrades and integration based on what's manifesting and what's coming in. So you can think of it as what's coming in, the situations being added fuel to help you grow and evolve, so that this shift in vibration is one that you're going to be grounding little by little. And it's very important that we think of, because we tend to think about higher vibration like it just goes up and certainly, but it's something to integrate, it's something to become, it's something to embody, and that's a process. It's a process. And just because you shift into a higher vibration doesn't mean that you know how to live that out today. It doesn't mean that you know, Capricorn is talking about the manifestation and the experience. Aquarius, the consciousness, and the consciousness within the collective. So how do you place the consciousness of what you're evolving into, of that higher vibration, especially with everything that's going on the planet within humanity, also the evolution of humanity? How do you place that? Then we have the cups here, which is the awareness and the unity with Pisces, the unconditional love, the unity with all of life. How do you place that higher vibration into that level of awareness? And all of those dynamics are going to be unfolding. And again, Pisces is also this energy. So this energy of the happily ever after. How do you embody this happily ever after? All of that is a process, step by step, into, I feel like, again, 1 month. So it's one month, 2 months, kind of 3, to really culminate this energy. The next 3 months, which is basically also summer. Wow, I got there in the end. It's obvious. There's something about this. It's obvious in its core, but you have to move through the process to get there. And every single step of the process, you're just going to elevate more and more. And again, the energy isn't necessarily going to be elevating anymore. It's more that you yourself are going to be embodying it more. You're going to be moving according to it more. It's going to be more of your everyday reality. This new higher vibration. It's going to be much more a sign of who you are and how you're living and how you're going about things. You're just your new normal, right? This age of wisdom that is beginning. And so my neighbor's dog just started barking. I feel like that's this energy of confirmation, and also this energy of cracked open is happening for you. This is the dog saying, okay, we're done. It's time to wrap up this reading. And so again, it goes into the notion of looking at things in this way and in this perspective. So my love, that was the reading. Those were the messages that I have for you here and now. Do check out the energy work on my Patreon, and of course here the readings on the channel that are here for free, and then the extensions, the healings to help you move through all of this. We're looking at expansion energy, actually. This I just realized that. Yeah, the energy work is about expansion, so it should fit exactly in this energy if you want and need that in order to help you have a much smoother ride and way forward. Sending you lots of love, wishing you all the best. May you be blessed always and in always, and I'll be seeing you around.